right here. Stay. This is the ENGWE EP-2 Boost. A budget electric bike with a killer feature that's completely UK compliant, stylish, powerful, folds, and just amazing. Just amazing. So the EP-2 Boost, yeah, very similar to the EP-2 Pro that I reviewed, links in the description, very kind of similar. You can see the frame is very similar. I think it's kind of identical, but this has the newest ENGWE feature, the game changer, the feature that every e-bike going forward should probably have, the boost button, which is up here. Basically what the boost button is, I'll try and explain it in simple English. It's like a turbo button, like a shot of NOS. In Mario Kart, when you build up enough like drift points, you get like this boost with speed. It's kind of like that. So one of the major things, let me get closer for effect. One of the major things I've always complained about on e-bikes, take this off. One of the major things I've always complained about on e-bikes is like starting on hills, pulling away at traffic lights, at junctions. I just think it's so unsafe without a throttle. You've got to try and get your feet moving and turn the crank as quick as you can. You've got people behind you getting impatient and aggressive. So it's not very safe trying to start an electric bike on a hill or at a junction. So this new ENGWE design, they've had a couple of these now, has this genius feature. It's basically like a shot of torque, and that will basically give you an assist up to 15.5 miles an hour, just an assist, so it can get you started quickly and safely. How ENGWE got this bike to the price point they have is beyond me. With that torque sensor, which is more of a premium feature, I'm actually impressed with the whole damn bike. There we go. Yeah, we're testing out the ENGWE EP Boost, EP-2 Boost. Keyword being boost, the best feature ever invented. Yeah, so we'll take it for a bit of a spin today. Go for a drive or a ride. We'll see that new kind of boost feature. I've already tested the L20 Boost, and it works amazingly well. Such a kind of key feature now. Every bike moving forward will have this boost feature, I'm pretty sure. It's windy today, so you're gonna have to bear with me on wind noise. Yeah, it's so windy, oh my god. So we are starting on a hill. It's when that kind of boost feature really does come in handy, when you're starting on a hill. So yeah, we are riding the ENGWE EP-2 Boost today. Here you go, and already that boost feature. That boost feature means we have a very easy kind of pull away. It's got a bloody torque sensor. I'm not the biggest fan of torque sensors, but it rides really nice. Every kind of bike in this class rides really well. ENGWE are a very established brand, and moving forward they are going down the legal route, which is the right move, to be fair. I do miss the 1000-watt motors though. No hydraulic brakes, unfortunately. It's the only kind of downside to this bike. Hydraulic brakes will definitely kind of raise the price up, so I can see why they opted to leave them out. When it is a physically heavy bike, I would always prefer hydraulic brakes on a bike of this weight. Yeah, the EP-2 Boost uses the kind of Engine Pro frame, the best frame that ENGWE do. I love the kind of Engine Pro series. It is one of the most comfortable seating positions in frames. So yeah, it's Sunday today. The road should be fairly quiet. To put this bike through its paces. But now we're in a situation where we need to kind of pull away safely, and that's where, watch this, the boost button just takes you off so quick. That boost button is fantastic. Just does exactly what it says on the tin. Amazing piece of kit, and it just works. It's so simple, but it works. We'll do kind of around the bike shortly. We'll go for a little kind of tour, show you some of the key components. But this, in my opinion, is the best kind of value bike for under £1,000. This is the best bike. What a lovely car. This is the best bike for under £1,000. It has that classic kind of Engine Pro feel design, but I love the black. It comes in various colors. There's just really nice in your face orange that I really like, but I do like the black. Stealthy, it's got that kind of red ENGWE logo there, which does look sexy. Every time I review an ENGWE, I'm like, oh, this is the best, but I feel like they just improve with every single bike. They just get better. And the fact that it folds as well, you've got folding pedals. It's just a lovely, lovely bike. Hope you can hear me. That wind is pretty aggressive today. Whoa, the bike nearly went over, so I have to be careful. So e-bikes are getting more and more popular now, and they are a very good way of transportation, especially where I live. I always talk about the traffic build-up. In a car, it can take me half hour to get around town. With one of these, literally, I'm through town in about 10 minutes. It is ideal, it really is ideal. The only thing I'm not too keen on is the torque sensor. I like when my e-bike does all the work, so I'm cadence sensor all the way, but it is a good feature. It means you'll get kind of longer battery life as well, and a little bit of exercise if that's what you're into. Clearly I'm not. So the EP-2 Pro, I highly recommend this bike, highly recommend it. I'm going to make a playlist of all my ENGWE bikes, so go check them out. So we will take it for another little ride today. It's lovely out today. Now the sun's out, it's fine. It's very windy, but when the sun's out, it's glorious out here. So we'll take it for kind of another hoon around down some country lanes. We'll get the drone up, get some nice cinematic footage. But yeah, I'll take you around the bike shortly. We'll drive up there, we'll pull over. I know a lovely little spot. But like the biggest kind of thing I want to really emphasize, get really close, emphasize in this video is the price point. I mean, the prices of e-bikes are coming down all the time, which is really, really good for the consumer. This is under £1,000. I better check that, because if I'm saying that and that's wrong, I'm going to get in trouble. So bear with me on that. I wasn't lying. It is £949. £949, which is astonishing. Yeah, wow, it is. That's a crazy price for what is truly one of the best e-bikes I've reviewed on the channel. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Yeah, click the link in the description. If you buy it through my link or any ENGWE product, I'll receive a little bit of commission. This kind of helps me out, helps the channel out. So I would really appreciate it if you could do that. I am 5'10". I've literally had it confirmed by the doctor when I went for my kind of MRI scan. They weighed me, so I'm 5'10". I'm taller than I thought. So let's get my leg over. Oh, that's me on my tippy toes. That's how you should ride, kind of upright. You can also raise the handlebars as well. That suspension's good. Oh, I just push down on the pedals, and that's what happens. It takes off. It's very versatile in kind of rider height. Right, on that note, let's go for a bit more of a ride, because the proof is in the pudding. You have to ride these things to test them. We'll go for a little bit of a ride, and we'll pull up there, and we'll talk about the bike. We'll go around the bike, show you some kind of key features. But yeah, just watch me kind of pull away here. Ready? Boost button, go. Woo! So let's go over some of the kind of specs of the bike. Front and back light, brake light, you've got a rear rack, big battery that sits in the frame, front and back suspension, lockout and preload adjustment, foldable pedals, torque sensor, 250 watt rear hub motor that's massive. It kind of feels more like a 750 watt, but it's restricted down. So you didn't hear this from me, but I reckon this is probably unlockable in the menus. You could probably unlock the speed, but I'm going to keep it nice and kosher, nice and legal. 250 watts. Shimano Tawny gear system, so on the lower end of price for Tawneys, but they work really well. Big 20x4 fat boy tyres. that are versatile and they're really good for kind of any surface. You wait, I'm going to get home and the audio is going to be unusable because of the wind. My tripod's blowing all over the place. Only really those standard mechanical disc brakes, but they do a good job. I'd always prefer hydraulics on a bike of this weight, but it doesn't really matter. It's actually 55 Newton meters of torque, so that's quite a hefty torque. You know, you're getting a lot of power there for pulling away. Definitely by far the standout feature for me. It has this foldable frame, and of course it's EU legal. The key system is underneath, so you can't ride it without that in, so that's a good kind of like anti-theft measure as well. It's a bit hard to find the hole sometimes, but after a bit of practice you'll find it, you know. It's not a bad kickstand, just be careful kind of where you place it, because it has toppled over on me a couple of times. Yeah, that front suspension as well. No rear suspension on this. No rear suspension. It is just a front suspension, but you do get a nice cushiony feel from the wheels, the tyres. So yeah, you do have like lockout, and you have the preload adjustment. So the front suspension forks are good. Some good kind of travel on them as well. You have that front light, which is also a buzzer. It's got a speaker in it, so that's your buzzer and light and reflector. So it's like a 3-in-1 system there. All metal mud guards. Don't think I need to show you it folding. It's pretty standard. They all fold the same with just that simple kind of mechanism there. And the battery is housed in the middle. That just kind of clips out like that, and then it folds. You can actually charge the battery on the bike if you don't want to go for the faff of folding it and taking it out. The handlebars also collapse. You've got that rear rack for panniers or a bag, and I think that can hold 25 kilos. And a pretty sweet back end with a nice light and brake light there as well. You do have a slight bit of suspension in the seat post, makes up for the lack of back suspension. Overall, it's just a very nice bike. Very nice. It is heavy. I can't lift it because of my back, but it is a bit of a heavy bike. It's a bit of a beast. It's a bit of a beast. I just love it. I mean, I love the boost system, love everything. Like I said, the only kind of thing I would have liked to have seen is hydraulic brakes. My camera's going to go. Oh, it's wobbling. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen hydraulic brakes, but that would have bumped the price up. And one of the main selling features for me is the price point. The fact that it's under £1,000 is a huge selling point. In terms of hill climbing, it does it fine, but you do have to put the power in with that sensor, so you do need to use a little bit of old-fashioned leg work there. I'll give you kind of a look around the cockpit when I'm at home, because the screen is quite difficult to see in direct sunlight, but it is just a nice simple screen, tells you everything you need to know from your miles per hour, your battery levels. Actually, it hasn't got a buzzer, it's got a bell. I thought it had a buzzer on it because there's a little speaker built into the back of the light, but no buzzer, just a little bell, so that's interesting. Definitely the e-bike you should be choosing if you are on a little bit of a budget. You know, if you're a first-time buyer, you don't want to spend great amounts. Consider this, honestly. I mean, for the price point, there's nothing to really grumble about. I don't think you can go wrong. For the price, I mean, it's one hell of a bike, isn't it? You know, you're not going to get a lot else for this price range. There is a lot of kind of cheaper bikes out there, but you're not going to get the quality that you're guaranteed with ENGWE. And I'm not paid by ENGWE, I am not sponsored by ENGWE. So that's my honest opinion. I love this series of bikes. The Engine Pro kind of frame, and that was my second e-bike ever, was the Engine Pro, the original. And I've got a lot of love for that bike, and this reminds me very much of it. Without the power, it hasn't got that huge kind of power that bike had, but that bike did do 35 miles an hour. Shh. But this one is a completely legal 15. So just going to try and get the kind of battery specs for you. I think it's a 36 volt. I'm pretty sure it's a 36 volt. Yeah, it comes in grey, orange and black, and I do like the black. I think the orange looks pretty cool, but it's not very kind of discreet. It's a bit like in your face. So the battery is 624 watt hours. So you're going to get fairly good range on this thing. You know, it's not the biggest battery in the world. Again, there is kind of higher spec models. So if you want something like this but want to pay a bit more money, you're going to get more premium features like a bigger battery, like those hydraulic brakes. So it's kind of depends on you really. But if you are within that kind of budget and you don't want to spend over £1,000 on a bike, and let's be honest, a lot of people don't, you know, you're looking at the perfect bike right here. Bollocks! So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please, like I said, if you buy any ENGWE products, use my affiliate link because it does help me out a great deal. Consider this if you're in the market for one. If not, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a like, subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think of this beautiful bike. Thank you so much to ENGWE for supplying this for review. Really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. I'm so tempted to ride through that puddle and get a really cinematic shot. The only problem with that is I have to clean the bike afterwards, so I'm going to leave that, I think. Yeah, we'll leave that idea.